Top 10 Cultivation Manhwa recommendations in modern world. Prepare to enter the mystical worlds of cultivation with a modern twist. Get ready as we count down our picks for the top 10 Cultivation Manhwa recommendations in the modern world. These thrilling new comics blend ancient martial arts with contemporary settings for a genre mashup you won't find anywhere else. Watch overpowered protagonists master key energies and mystical techniques right alongside pop culture references and technology. From secret sects hiding in plain sight to cultivation virtual realities, these manhwa fuse fantasy with hilarious modern twists. So, leave your skepticism behind and open your third eye to the top 10 cultivation manhwa recommendations in the modern world. Starting off with our number 10, Return to Earth to be a God. After mysteriously disappearing 8 years ago, the protagonist returns to Earth as an unstoppable force, but no one recognizes his power as he has spent the last 8,000 years cultivating his skills in another world. Now immensely strong, he searches for his long-lost sister, aiming to reunite and protect her. However, his arrival upends the power balance on Earth, throwing governments and major organizations into chaos. With his cultivation techniques and strength, the protagonist quickly rises to prominence. Though unsure of his intentions, the leaders of Earth cannot hope to challenge someone of his power. As he dismantles the existing order, no one can predict just how far this godlike figure is willing to go to enact his version of justice on Earth. His next moves will determine the fate of humanity. Number 9. 1 million levels of body refining. All the dogs I raise are the Emperor. After 5,000 fruitless years trying to cultivate and enter the next realm, our protagonist is stuck at the physical training stage, unable to advance due to his unique physique. From ancient times to the modern day, he has tirelessly practiced cultivation, spanning eras. But despite his perseverance, he remains unable to progress. Now in the present day, he continues his solitary quest to break through the barriers of his body and reach the next level. Though frustrated by the limitations of his constitution, he steadfastly persists. This manhwa explores the journey of a cultivator trapped in an initial stage and his unending efforts across millennia to transcend his mortal limits and attain the strength and skills he has always yearned for. Number 8. Peerless Doctor in the City. Gifted with immense medical knowledge and proficiency in Taoism, young Ling Fan utilizes his talents to help those in need. As he travels, he displays his extraordinary healing abilities, saving lives across the land while pursuing his goals to the better world. Even destroying the imposing Mount Zoo is within his capabilities. Yang Yu Fan is no ordinary doctor, declaring other doctors can only save people. I want to save the entire world. After leaving his mountain sanctum, he heads to the city per his teacher's wishes to fulfill a marriage contract made in his youth. But rather than live as an eminent husband, his new wife assigns him to train as an intern at a community hospital. Though now consigned to his lowly position, Yang Yu Fan's peerless skills and lofty aspirations remain undimmed. Wherever he goes, his unmatched medical expertise shines through, lighting the way towards realizing his grand vision for humanity's salvation. Number 7. Metropolitan Reverence. Fang Hong, a talented disciple of Wudong Taoism, excels in ancient arts. His life changes when his master unexpectedly orders him down from the mountain to fulfill a long-standing marriage arrangement. Venturing into the bustling city for the first time, Fang Hong's exceptional abilities and provincial outlook collide with the mundane realities of metropolitan life. As a fish out of water, he must adapt to the unfamiliar environment to locate his betrothed and carry out his duty. Along the way, Fang Hong's sincerity and old-fashioned decorum land him in a series of mishaps and misunderstandings. Though accustomed to the straightforward life of cultivation, he finds much confusion and complexity in the modern world. To fulfill his master's decree, Fang Hong must learn to navigate the peculiarities of the city while staying true to his traditional upbringing. His travels provide an amusing insight into the meeting of antiquity and modernity in contemporary China. Number 6. Rebirth, City Deity. Given a second chance, the powerful Deity, Wuji returns to the mortal realm to correct his past mistakes. Previously a cultivation expert, he uses a fate-altering skill to be reborn in the city. Armed with foreknowledge and magic abilities, Wuji is determined to reshape his destiny and make up for regrets from his prior life. Now in control of his future, he sets out to acquire wealth, strength, status, and beauty, all that eluded him before. With his peerless cultivation skills and knowledge of coming events, everything he desires is within reach. From business to the boredom, Wuji ruthlessly advances his interests, reversing outcomes that once led to his downfall. With his second opportunity, the city belongs to this reborn deity whose omnipotent abilities and foresight allow him to deftly navigate threats. But unlimited power brings unlimited corruption, and Wuji must take care not to repeat the arrogance that preceded his fall. Moving on to our number 5, cultivators in the city. Unbeknownst to most, deep in the mountains exist powerful cultivators honing their mystical arts. Ling Fan is one such nameless soldier who leaves his hidden world to venture into the city and settle his karmic debts. Abandoned long ago and raised by an immortal master, he has become a formidable cultivator after over a decade of intense training. Now armed with abilities beyond mortals, Ling Fan descends into the tumultuous urban landscape ready to fulfill his destiny. However, his mountain wisdom is challenged by the complexities of city life. As he navigates threats and false allies, Ling Fan must rely on his cultivation skills to survive and achieve his goals of correcting past wrongs. Each journey provides a lens into the conflicts between the modern world and ancient ways as the fish out of water uses his mystical arts to rectify all regrets and strive for redemption in this unfamiliar setting. Number 4. Immortal Swordsman in the Reverse World. Chu King, an accomplished cultivator and sword expert, accidentally enters the fairy world 300 years ago. During his time there, he begins an intense 300-year cultivation journey, just as he reaches the pinnacle realm of eternity. Instead of ascension, he opens a portal in space-time, returning him to Earth at 17 years old. But the world he returns to is strangely reversed, with women occupying the dominant societal roles previously held by men. To find a way back to his original timeline, Chu King must navigate and overcome the formidable women who ruled this backward world. With his cultivation base and combat abilities, Chu King possesses an advantage in strength. However, the reverse gender dynamics pose an unexpected challenge. His journey to correct the aberrant flow of time and restore his timeline will push his skills and adaptability to their limits as he battles powerful female enemies and rulers in this inverted world. Number 3. Return from the World of Immortals. After being betrayed by allies in the celestial realm, Dang Xiu finds his soul returned to its original body on Earth. But while only 1 year passed on Earth, the celestial world experienced 10,000 years in his absence. Though back on Earth, Dang Xiu retains the cultivation base and abilities gained from his celestial cultivation. Determined to take revenge on those who betrayed him, he vows to find a way to return the celestial plane. But first, he must adjust to life on Earth with his newfound mystical powers. Dang Xiu keeps his identity and skills hidden as he reveals his strength and knowledge for the day he can journey back to the celestial realm. Driven by vengeance, he patiently bides his time until he is powerful enough to make the trip and enact retribution on those who wronged him. Until then, Dang Xiu walks among immortals while secretly wielding the formidable power of the immortals. Number 2. Immortal Nanny Dad. After being reincarnated into the body of recently deceased man, the powerful martial artist Yi Zun expects an easy path back to his former glory. But things change when a woman shows up with a child, claiming that deceased was the father. Responsibly taking in the little girl as his own daughter, Yi Zun's priorities shift to caring for and protecting his newfound child. Though now a doting father figure, Yi Zun has not forgotten his original aims. He quietly trains to regain his peerless martial strength, hoping to one day exact revenge for his host body against the villains who killed the man's parents. For now, Yi Zun maintains a harmless facade, hiding his true power in order to keep his daughter safe and happy as he nurtures her growth. But when the time comes to unleash his immortal skills, cold retribution will be swift. Combining warmth and violence, this complex story subverts expectations of the cultivation genre. And finally, number 1. Cultivation Chat Group. After accidentally stumbling into the world of cultivation, an ordinary young man finds himself added to a chat group of eccentric immortals. Initially skeptical, he comes to realize the group's outlandish discussions about mystical techniques are shockingly real. thrust into this new realm, he begins learning the ways of cultivation while navigating the odd dynamics and personalities of the chat group's ancient, mighty members. Through his unorthodox introduction, he discovers a wider world of mystics secretly living among modern society. While the group's colorful conversations and antics provide plenty of humor, very real dangers also emerge from the shadows. As he is drawn deeper into the group, he gains power while uncovering conspiracies that threaten humanity. His life transformed, the protagonist's bizarre yet intriguing adventures provide an accessible entry point into the awe-inspiring world of cultivation. And that's a wrap on our top 10 Cultivation Manhwa picks that brings this ancient art into the modern world. With this genre-blending comics, you got an immersive fantasy realm seamlessly blended with contemporary backdrops and tech. Let us know in the comments which modern Cultivation Manhwa intrigued you the most. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more recommendations on out-of-this-world comics to get lost in. Until next time, happy reading and cultivating!